here I am, and before I will give you the answer if it's a myth or a fact that the cold can have an impact on your running performance, I just would like to point out that if you're just like me, very bad with cold weather, that you're not a pussy. It's scientifically proven. So if you want to know more about it, or if you also want to say next time when people are calling you a pussy because you don't like the cold weather, then keep on watching. I normally live in Barcelona in Spain, where it's always nice and sunny and all of those kind of things. But now for the holidays I'm back in Belgium, and last week there were temperatures below minus, like super cold, like not my thing. But my friends asked me if I wanted to go for a run, so obviously I said yes. But what happened was that actually my muscles, they just felt, blocked during my run. So they were all telling me like, oh, you're such a pussy, blah blah blah. But no, it's not. I'm not a pussy. Because scientific research has shown that the cold temperature can actually reduce muscle strength and also speed. But on the other hand, it increases muscle activity. When your muscles are cold, they use both their slow and their fast twitch fibers to generate the same amount of energy they would normally generate when they are warm, which eats up their oxygen supply and also the glycogen storage, which makes them weaker. And also the cooling will decrease the electrical contraction that happens in the muscles, so that's also why your speed will go down. So in normal human language, this actually just means that your body will need more energy to also produce the same output as when you would be running with normal weather. Also, because I arrived last Tuesday in Belgium and I went for a run on Saturday, it is shown by research that your body needs 10 days to adjust to the heat, but 2 to 3 weeks to adjust to the cold. So that being said, I am less of a pussy, but here comes the biggest thing that I found, and actually I was super surprised by it, but it is super interesting. So, reason why some people are better against cold, and I'm thinking about people who live like up in the north of Sweden, Norway, all those countries that have a lot of snow. 1 out of 5 people lack the protein alpha-acetine 3. I hope I said it correctly. And actually, if you lack this protein, it makes you more resilient to cold temperatures. So that actually means if you have a genetic change and you're missing this protein, then you're better against the cold, and this comes from our ancestors. So I think it's pretty cool actually, that just because you don't have a certain type of protein, that you could be better against the cold. So to answer your question, if running in the cold will actually, if it's a myth or a fact, I have to say it is a fact that running in cold will really impact your performance. And I want to add to that, it's not that some people are like better with it and then some people are pussies. It really has to do with, first, if you lack this, let me try to say it again, alpha-acetine 3 protein. And 2, also how the environment in your natural habitat is. So I found this super interesting. If you are just like me and you do have this protein, so you are not as resilient as those people living up in the north against the cold, then you're fucked. Okay, no, that's not true. But then you're just more likely to have problems with like adaptation, or that you're just not as good with the cold. But how can you keep on running then? Well, the best advice I can give to you is dress up in layers. So when I go for a run right now, and I'm not even joking, I have like 2 thermal layers, an amazing jacket. It's like a thermal and a windstopper combined. Or otherwise, I just go for a windstopper. Because what happens when you have like the wind and stuff and you're sweating, the wind will cool down the sweat, so actually your muscles will be cooled down even more. Also, I'm always wearing gloves, and I'm making sure that my ankles are also covered, and I am wearing long pants, running pants. So yeah, that is it. Also make sure that after a icy run or just like a cold run, you really hydrate yourself, because we often forget to do it. But it is super important to also keep drinking during the winter, and I'm not talking about only hot chocolate, but also about water. So yeah, if you want to keep updated with tips and tricks and more researches like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any more questions about this, please let me know.